Rascar, what's up? Hi. I only swing by. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's never too late. Right? Oh, what instrument would you like to play? Austin, hello. You know what? I realized I moved so many things around. I forgot about that microphone. Hopefully that sounds okay. Austin, hello. Um, yeah, I moved a bunch of things around. And kit included, I'm higher. I spent the last yesterday and this morning just messing with a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of like treating today like a review day of just basic comp exercises and stuff. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm trying to do dead arms today, meaning like make them just like hang, like dead weight. So I'm playing very weird. It's very awkward and hard, and I know it probably looks a little weird, but I'm trying to play very much like just so relaxed in my upper body, just like so. I figured it'd be a good day to run through some old, exercises just to really get a sense of like I changed a bunch of stuff, like the height of the snare, my height up here, and this is a little lower angle, this is higher, so it's a little different. Feels good though. Rosa, it's good to see you again. Hat on 2/4. It's the bass. Yeah, this is it's an interesting exercise. It accents all the chord notes. Jeffrey, what's up? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the and of 2 and 4 is real quiet. So like 1, 2, and 3, 4. And da. It's kind of cool. Weird though. I haven't been playing it like that. But these are really good. Just you got to come back to them every now and then, you know, just to because I tried them this morning and they were so shaky, and I was like, holy crap! I get distracted by other stuff, and I'm like, I gotta go back, keep the basics up, right? Peter's wonderful. He's really good. Yeah. Sapper. How are you? Oh, good walk. We're walking the dog. Only one mic? Yeah. Well, yeah, the R88, and then we have a kick mic. But I'll solo the overhead. Oops, maybe. And here's the kick. So the kick drum's a ribbon microphone. So it picks up the front of the kit, like the kick drum, and the room. So it's picking up that front of the room. It's an AEA R88. So yeah, there's no reverb or anything on the drums, just those two mics. But the overhead by itself is kind of thin. It's picking up some good stuff, but that one on the floor is actually a good. It's getting some good early reflections and it's just nice. Sonar, what's up? How are you? It's good to see you. I hope you're well. But yeah, it's the mixture of these two is really nice, and that one's measured from the snare. They're both equidistant, so the snare is what's kind of in phase. So the low end gets a little, I don't know, it's a little cleaner if you solo just the kick mic, but I like the snare being in phase, you know. My brother, right? How you doing? Hold on. Right? Right? That's a rim click. Right? Oh, and I tuned the kit up a little bit. A half step. So a little higher in the kick and all around, really. Lower on the snare, actually. So yeah, everything's different today, and I love it. It feels like a brand new thing. Boom, boom, dun, dun. All right, glad to be back. Yeah, practice is going really good. I've been doing a lot of just like you practice something new, right? And then, at least for me, at least all this is new, you know.
get my swag
Thank you with the
on.
Prime. 9 months. I thought it was you Prime with you this time. Thank you. That's so nice. Sever. Oh. Thank you. 9 months. You can't see me, but I'm making a little bump. Right? A little bump. Did I see something like Rihanna's pregnant? I didn't watch the halftime show. I think I saw something today. Speaking of babies, I don't want no more babies. But with the Prime, I honestly, I don't know what. I move cameras around. I hated the one that just like looked right at me. I was like, I've hated that thing for so long. I'm like, I don't want to be. I just want people to see the drums, you know. So I'm back to drummer mode, like hiding behind the drums. It's a little weird, I know. I know. Oh, the coffee's so good. So good. But yeah, we're working on these Art of Bob drumming. It's page 9. It's like the basic-iest stuff, but we're going to run through just comp exercises today. Like I said, I changed tunings, I changed heights, I changed a lot of stuff, and I just want to get comfortable with it. So we're chilling, going to do a lot of work today. Nothing like, we're not pushing anything new, nothing crazy, but the concept of today is really just like playing down, I guess, but relaxing my arms. So if you like take your arms up, right, and squish your shoulders and then just let them drop, right? Just let your elbows drop, do a little Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus arms, like that's how I want to play today, just completely relaxed up here. So I'm trying to sit up straight, relax, play down instead of playing up and kinked. Trying to play down, let all the ligaments and everything be loose. It's just a lot of new today, a lot of just trying stuff out, right? I'm still figuring, I'm still in this stage of like, I feel like I can't play anything because I'm playing all new things. And I'm very excited about it, and it's really fun, but at the same time, it's like, oh, Chow, what's up? Thank you. Yeah, we got some new LUTs and move stuff around, and yeah, so I hope you're doing well. Experimenting with tones and concentrating on posture. It's hard. Sonar, right? Like, it's really hard. I mean, you can say like, oh yeah, I'm going to sit up straight and do all this stuff. But if you like are conscious about it the whole time, a lot of times I'll sit down and play, and it just goes out the window and you're back to old habits, right? If you're trying to like work on a new technique or posture, or like you said, tones, that the exercises or playing isn't the hard part. It's focusing on making sure you're playing the right posture that you want to play. That's what's hard. It's not like the drums. It's more like keeping yourself in check and then making that just subconscious, Maybe we'll let high. That's like, oh man. It's all the CGI, right? It makes you feel like a beginner. I know, but I'm loving that feeling right now of like no confidence. I know that sounds so weird, but it's like, when because we're on Twitch, everyone loves video games, right? But when you just can play a video game and like you don't even need to pay attention. You're like, oh yeah, the boss comes out of here. Oh yeah, 3 mobs are gonna come out of here. Okay, cool. I'll do this and that next. Oh, I got a big jump here. You could play the game. You've been playing it so long. You could just like autopilot it, right? With the same thing happens with playing drums or like an instrument. Like you're like, oh, I know exactly what to do. But I feel like I got like a new game. It's a game I love, but I'm like, holy crap. There's like new enemies, like new maps, all kinds of new weapons and stuff. So I feel like I'm learning a whole new thing, and it's very exciting. Very exciting. Think of it like you've been on a content drought, right? Confidence at the beginning. Yeah, it's exciting, right? It sucks because you're like, oh, I just want to get good, but then you eventually will if you keep at it, right? So that's how I'm still in that stage of like, it's all new. and even though we've been working on it for a while, there's still so much to unpack. Behind your comfort zone just makes you a better player. Yeah. I did do something really fun today. I did put songs on this morning and just jammed, and I felt really good with that. Like that was like easy button. Right? Now we're on New Game Plus hardcore version. So as long as I can go back to just like jamming beats and things that I've played forever, if that still feels really good, we're good. Just pushing the envelope of like, the stuff that feels awkward. That's what I got to work on. So, yeah, it's really fun. And today we're just that's what I'm working on, is keeping dead arms, right? Like just the elbows just completely, right? It's weird. So yeah, back to it. Oh, wow. I should have played that today, right? Yeah, nice and loose. And this exercise is kind of cool. I've played this before, but like just redoing it now and actually paying attention to accents, something I haven't been doing when I did this. This jazz ride pattern accents every quarter note. So it's like 1, 2, ding, 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 right? So if you want that quarter note to be your guide and all the ghost notes, or all the comp notes, usually I'm just playing like my own little ting, 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 right? Accenting 2 and 4, but this is like really accenting those quarter notes, and it's like, oh yeah, there it is. So it's neat going back to things like you think you already know. It's like going back to an exercise maybe after a few weeks. You go, holy crap, I can play this better. It's really exciting. I love it. So cool. Mammoth and Scotty on YouTube? Oh, let's go. Mammoth, I hope you're well. And Scotty. Yeah, JB's here. That's pretty good. I have my own I wrote certain things out. I'm just going to bust these out real quick. If you don't mind. I did a country song. It said something like that. If you don't mind, something along those lines. It's a good song. It's nice. Okay, yeah, these two, just kind of like my own little independency things. It's funny how like certain songs you remember, right? Dun, 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 dun. And then some songs you forget. Heard that before too. I'm like, that sounds like something I've heard before. Like, oh yeah, you played on that. Oh, crap! I don't remember that. I guess it's like you watch certain movies, right? And you're like, man, I feel like I've seen this before. Like, nah. And then you're like, oh my god, I have seen this. It takes you a long time to figure it out, though. So these are permutations of just triplets, right? Shifting triplets around. So we're going to start with snare, snare, kick, right? Snare, snare, kick, snare, snare, kick, snare, snare, kick with the jazz ride pattern. And then we're going to shift it, right? We're going to do a permutation, just so then it's going to go snare, kick, snare, snare, kick, da, 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 da.
It's nice to have a friend.
Super gifted to Mammoth. Two good people. Sapper Mammoth is very nice people. Thank you. 169. Holy crap. That's a funny number. Thank you. Man. Nice. I hope you're well, man. That's really kind. I want to say, oh my God, it's Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's right. Happy Valentine's Day. Do you guys do we don't really do Valentine's Day. Me and my wife are like, I love you more than yesterday. And yeah. My mom today's like, are you guys going to do anything? I was like, no. She's like, oh. I'm like, no, we have kids, so no. A date on the couch tonight at 9:00 with a bowl of ice cream watching a movie. That is like the best Valentine's Day, you know? Oh. Cheers, though. But yeah, so we're shifting. So doing snare, snare, kicks. And then, or two snares, one kick, right? Don't Google that. And then two kicks, one snare. I had lunch margaritas with the wifey. Nice. Other than that, it's takeout, right? Takeout would be good. Although, Sapper, I live where there's no delivery. There's takeout. We could do something like that, but I have a feeling we're both going to be like, you just want ice cream? Yeah, when we moved here, there's no one delivers anything, like, at all. We're so far out there. Even if I gave them my address, they'd be like, wait, where's your house? What? I'm not going up there. No way. So we're chilling, you know? Yeah, there's no delivery. There's a pizza place that does takeout. One of the restaurants, because of COVID, started doing takeout like 2-3 years ago, summer of 2020. There's a McDonald's like 40 minutes away. It's crazy. Like, really, there's no one does takeout. It's either a sit down like diner-esque kind of thing, or like a small restaurant, you know, like privately owned. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Life's rough up here on the mountains. So yeah, sometimes we'll do pizza, right? The takeaway pizzas. All right. Again, this is nothing crazy, but this is like, if anyone has questions or would like to try this or is curious what I'm doing, happy to talk through it or help you explain it, because this is some important stuff. Not even for just like jazz or whatever, but this is triplets are just so weird. But coming back to these after having not really focused on them for a while, they're still hard and there's still a lot. But I do notice a difference in how I'm playing them and just feeling them. So that feels really good. Pant, what's up, Jalen? That's hard. Scotty, very cool. When you speed it up, it sounds like you're grooving. That symbol's money. It is a good symbol. It's funny. I brought out different cymbal stands yesterday. I had old Ludwigs from the 60s up there for the longest time, for like the last year, really. And these are the DW Ultralights, so they have like aluminum on the bottoms, and they're pretty light. And I was like, oh, they sound different, right? Like they kind of tame it a little bit, which makes it a little more focused. I don't know. It's a different, like cymbal stands make a big difference in how your cymbals sound. So I know you're probably like, what? What? Sapper's like, I don't know. Sounds like he's making stuff up. But it's true. Like a real double brace, like really heavy duty beefy stand is really going to choke your cymbals out, because all that, it like resonates, you know, it's all connected. Circle of life. So just the cymbal feels different too. Like with these stands, it just feels like, holy crap, like it's like I got a whole new drum set. It's so weird. So yeah, getting used to it, but I feel like I can control it a little more. It's a little more pingy. I'm curious. I haven't touched any audio things. Vibrations transfer. That's right. I'm gonna go back after today's stream compared to, like, I don't know, Sundays, just to see if I can hear a difference. And I'll probably be like, it sounds the same. Full of crap. I swear to God, though, like I put them side by side. I went ting, 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 ting. And then I put it on the other one. I was like, ting, 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 ting. And I'm like, that one's, they're different. Who knows? Who knows? Could be all the cocaine, right? Jalen. Oh, very good stick, Larry. Oh, Scotty, thank you. All that cocaine does something, right? But now, again, I'm taking like just these. It's a basic exercise. Playing triplets, triplet, right? Triplet. Panth, you know what's up. I've never done cocaine. I'm just kidding. He's doing cocaine. But like trying to keep like the accent, soft, accent, soft, ting, 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 right? But then playing soft and then putting accents on the snare. So doing like loud soft. So triplet. Right? Accent on this. It's so weird. It's so like this syncopation is so like cool, right? It sets up that. If you take that kick away, it's cool. It's like, oh. So it's so hard, Panth. Yeah. So that's why it was just tripping me up, trying to keep the accents steady here. And then so like doing a loud accent on the ride and then a soft accent on the snare, right? So if you're playing triplet, right? Oh, and then soft. It's so weird. Huh, we'll try it though. We'll get it. I've watched the sound engineer take my floor top and hitting it, walk around the studio just to find where the most resonance was. It was a learning experience, but made sense. Even if it looked a bit mad, he was a cool. Yeah, it's so well, especially like floor toms and low frequencies. It takes a while for them to fully develop because those waves are so big, right? So floor tom, you're looking at around, I don't know, between 100 and maybe 120 to 90 or 80, depending on how low your floor tom is. So as it's getting lower and bigger, yeah, depending on the room, like it might be like 20 feet away where you can actually feel like that thud. You know, sometimes if the room modes are a certain way, yeah, you'll feel it in your leg. You're like, oh man, my floor tom is just like, oh. But sometimes, yeah, those real low frequencies are just take so long to develop. High frequencies are just, they're everywhere. They're all over the place. You can't miss them. Low frequencies, though, like there's spots in the room where they tend to really develop, you know, like 50 hertz, 100 hertz, stuff like that. Sub frequencies. If you want to try, if you're in a band, I don't know if you're in a band, Sonar, but if you ever notice your bass player, I learned this a long time ago, and I was like, what is he talking about? I had a bass player who played with an 810 cab, right? Like just a huge bass cab, massive. It's a big Mesa Boogie, big head, everything. He used to go up to it. We used to play, and he'd stand right in front of it, right? Like with his bass, and he'd be like, and he'd be turning up the bass, and he'd be like, oh, this room, this stage sucks. You can't hear anything. And then you walk out into the crowd or like to where the sound guy was, and it's just like, right? Because so when you're right in front of it, you're only getting that first like little ascension from that sound wave. You're like, oh, there's this, oh, my cab is broken or whatever. It's not until you like really step away, or like guitar cab, same thing. Guitar players tend to like overcorrect with bass because when they're right in front of it, they can't feel it, that like the mid in that chunk. It's like, man, just step back like 20 feet. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, it's got some bass. Shape of the room, the amount of people experimenting. Yeah, it's so cool though. It's wild. Yeah, Sapper. And then like every room, like if you guys are bored one day, just Google room modes, like MODE, and every space vibrates, right? It's like how you can break a glass with sound. Like, oh, you vibrate, certain frequencies are symbiotic or whatever, relative to whatever material it is. So if you hit that frequency that glass was tempered to, yeah. So rooms are the same way, and you might go in a room and one thing sounds amazing, everything else is, you're like, what the heck? It's hard. Drums are a good tell because they cover the whole frequency range, highs all the way to the low lows. But you might go into a room and you're like, God, this room sounds really weak and just weird. And it could just be like whatever that frequency is, just the room's giving it back to you and just resonating it, or like 100, or sometimes like this room has a weird like mid-range thing. So snares get just like, you know, so probably around like 200 hertz is just like, it's amplified. And I always have to bring that way down. So it'll just resonate with that frequency and just multiply it. It's so cool. Resonance. I'm obsessed. Yes, Jalen. It's so cool though, right? Like what you could do with it. Sound is like insanely powerful. It's like what? Gravity, magnets, and like sound waves. It's just nuts. It's pretty wild. And what it does to the brain, certain frequencies and harmonies, certain wavelengths together, how like an octave is half the wavelength of the previous one. So, it's so cool. Nerds. Rubber or buffer between the floor makes a big difference. Yeah. Yeah, I have done, it wasn't rubber. We put, what did we do? We actually took the rubber stoppers off floor tom legs once. Like we pulled them off, those little like the rubber thingies, pulled them off. I forget why we did that, and I don't think it mattered, but I used to, certain sessions, I would put a crash cymbal underneath the snare, right? Like underneath the snare stand, like a little splash cymbal or a hi-hat. Or I'd put one underneath the floor tom and face it up to reflect sound back in, because, you know, carpets would just die down there, and you can get some cool reflections back in. We used to do stuff like that. Did it make a big difference? Yeah. Probably not, but it's fun, you know. It's fun to mess around with that stuff. Yes, that sound is wild. It really is. But all right, yeah, we'll try this. If you're trying along, Panth, let me know. Let me know if you get it. I'm playing it wrong. I'm putting the bass drum on the quarter note. It should be on the ands. Kelly, have a good sleep. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Heart Day. Right? Or roses or all the things. Have good sleeps. I took a nap today, I'm not gonna lie. I had a kiddo home sick. So we watched some Star Wars. It was a good day. We watched 2 Star Wars. And I was like, oh. You remember in like the episode 4 where he's like, Luke, use the Force. Right? And he's like, they're fighting the Death Star and they're pew, 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 pew. And he's like, Obi-Wan's all like, yo, Luke. Oh, and he's like, what? Oh, who's that? What? I was like, yeah, he's a. I fell asleep. Ricky boy, what's up with the Prime? Oh my gosh, 5 months. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's so nice. Aw, Jeffrey. Happy Valentine's Day to you. But thank you, Ricky. Thank you. Oh, so nice. So yeah, I fell asleep and then I woke up to like when they're getting their award or whatever, and Chewbacca's like, whoa. I was like, what? Huh? What? Did we win?
Nice.
Sapper. That's so nice, big brat. Oh, I hope you had. I hope the margaritas were extra margarita-y. You know what I'm saying? Jedi or Sith? Oh, Sith, 100%. In our house, the Sith are way cooler. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Like, good and whatever. My wife's always like, don't turn to the dark side to our kids. And they're like, I don't know. They got cool lightsabers. It's like, anger. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, get revenge. Right on. Go get him, Anakin. You know? Yoda's like, I'm like, whatever, Yoda. El Presidente at Chili's. Let's go. Oh, you spared no expense for Valentine's Day. Let's go. Dude, Chili's is awesome. I like it. It's better than I would do. I'd be like, do they have margaritas at McDonald's? Oh, I'm kidding. Oh, except Obi-Wan. You like Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan's cool. I don't know. Obi-Wan's cool, I guess. If we're talking Jedi that are cool, like that I think are awesome. Mace Windu. He is pretty awesome. He's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. He knows what's up. He's like, man, I don't trust this little Anakin kid. He's a little punk. And he's like, I don't know. The Emperor seems like a big punk. You know, he would have wrecked him if Anakin wasn't like, oh, Padme. Sorry, spoilers. Someone's like, no. Just saying, Mace was like awesome. He's a good dude. You know, Yoda's pretty cool too, I guess. He's like that crazy old guy, you know. It's so interesting because I don't know. Is any big like Star Wars fans here? I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan, but my kids we've been watching them all like a bunch. So like in episode 4 when Vader gets on the what do you call it? The Leia's ship, right? When he's like, get the plans, and the opening scene, he's like chilling with like R2, R2D2, and you'd think he'd be like, yo, what's up, R2? Haven't seen you in forever, but he's like, destroyed. And then in episode 1, we watched that one today. We started it over. He's like chilling with R2 and C-3PO, like they're best buds. I was like, he's like, they're shooting in the ship together. I'm like, man, they're bros. And Darth Vader just was like, whatever. I don't know you anymore. Totally ignored him, ghosted him on Leia's ship. Granted, the one was made like 40 years before or whatever, but still, They should have been like, I don't know, maybe not make them best buddies growing up. It's kind of cold of Vader to just be like, this droid. I'm like, what? You're like, you guys were pals. Used to hang out. Hello there. Yeah, Alec Guinness. Yeah. It's cool. There's like little things. Oh, wait. And we were watching, man, what was it? Rogue One. Speaking of inconsistencies. And they were like, something about like the droids, like the one droid had to stay behind or something. Like the cool droid in Rogue One, the real like attitudey one. They were like, oh, what are we going to do? Like the droids can't fly the ship or something like that. Or I don't know. It was so like, what? The next scene, they showed a droid doing what they said droids couldn't do. It was so weird. Because I looked over at my wife and I'm like, well, wait a second. That droid, I don't know. I'm like that person that notices little like, hey, look, their hair's parted the other way on that scene. I'm weird. Yoda's 100% your so your grandfather's pretty cool. Wait, like old Yoda is your grandfather, or like younger, more serious Yoda? Because Yoda, before he died, was like, he's so weird. He's awesome. He's like all in the woods, crazy. You know, sipping on his juice or whatever. It's making no sense. That's how I want to go out. Just laughing. You know, bopping all my grandkids on the head. Try. You know? Would be a good way to go. But Young has an answer for everything. But, man, I'll tell you what, Sapper. I used to be like, yeah, Grandpa, whatever. All the things that my grandpa told me were right. Like, everything. Then I used to be like, Grandpa, you're old. You don't know. You're so old. But he's right about everything. 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 So it might be crazy. And you might be like, but you'll learn down the line. You'll be like, oh, man, Grandpa was right. Right? I remember, like, girls I would date or, like, friends I had. He'd be like, it don't matter. No, that matters. And I'm like, I don't know, Grandpa. Like, it's you don't even know. He's like, I know. Listen, kid. When I say right about everything, I mean like to the nose. So, yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. That crazy is probably the best compass you'll have, right? My grandpa always said that. He's like, you got to be a little crazy. Hence why we do this stuff, right? Got to be a little crazy. And bop some heads, right? Boop the snoops. Snoops. I guess you could boop Snoop. All right. I got you. They're from the best, right? They say we become our parents, and sometimes maybe that's a bad thing, and so if we become our parents, right, then we also become our grandparents, for better or for worse. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, listen to old people, man. Not just your grandparents, but old people. Like, people count them out. They know, like, man, they know so much. It's wild. They've been through it. Not much changes between generations. Technology does, but the same basic things have been the same forever. So listen to old people. They got cool stories, you know? tell you what, I get more out of playing these slow. I'd say I get like 1,000 more things out of it playing it slow than if I was just be like, oh yeah, it's weird. I can like feel every like, I can really focus in on like, all right, what's this? What's happening here? Why is? Oh yeah, my wrist is popping. What's that all about? You know, like you can really just focus. It's good. Slow down, kids. Moral of today. The moral? No, morale is something different. I don't know. I think Wayne put a little something in my King's Coast. Safford. Speaking of cocaine, he's like, I got you, Dan. I got you.
What's up?
45. Hello, Maya. It's good to see you. Thank you. That's pretty crazy. Wait, I didn't make this a subniversary. 45 years. That's a long time. Yeah. Yep. It's almost a centennial. Wait, how? No, that's 100 years. What's 50 years? What do you say? Like bicentennial's 2 years. So what would be like a semi-centennial? I don't know. What would 50 years be? I don't know. Maybe. You know. What's my age? Yeah. Let's go. I'll be 45. I'm 40. I'm 40. It's gonna go quick. I know. I don't want to be morbid, but it's like, man, it goes so fast. Soon we're gonna be like 80, you know, be like, wait, I was just 40. What the hell happened? What's going on? While you're smacking your grandkids on the head. Hey, yo, what's your name? Bam. Right? My grandfather. Speaking of grandpas, we had a lot. I had like, I don't know, 18 or 20 cousins. And he he knew all our names, but he would like run through like 50 names before, you know, he's trying to yell at you, and he's like, Timmy, Jason, and you're like, he doesn't say my name yet, and then you're like, oh, he got me after like the 30th name. It's pretty funny. And the grandpa swears, you know, be like, that's a grandpa word, like, whoa, it's pretty funny. 40. Oh, yeah. 43. Let's go, man. Let's go. Embrace it. I got an AAP card. My wife was making fun of me. I got an AARP envelope in the mail this week. You know, it's pretty funny. Just called you all boy. You're like, boy. That's pretty good. That's pretty baller. Yeah. No, my grandpa would just like try so hard. Yeah, he was all angry, and then yeah, he used to swear quite a bit. Like he was a farmer, so like if the cows got out or something, oh man, it was like a Christmas Story. The dad goes down to like deal with the furnace, and we would all be like, whoa. And my mom would be like, don't say that. You're like, wait, what? I've never heard that word before. So, good times. Virginians, yeah. Virginia is a very pretty state. Very pretty. I'm feeling today. Feels good. I don't know why, but I feel calm. It's nice. So yeah, thank you, Wayne. Whatever you did. All right, let's shift the permutation. right, now kicks. We haven't tried this yet. I don't know. I'll try doing some kick accents, but this is some new territory. I know I'm gonna have to do this eventually, but so now we're gonna do 2 kicks, 1 snare. It's like doon doon ga doon doon ga, or doon ga doon doon ga doon, or da doon doon ga doon doon. Right. So three variations. Yeah, I'm not ready for that. I gotta come up with a better exercise before we start doing like loud, soft kicks. Scotty, let's go. Cheers. Beers, tacos, and margaritas. That is a good triplet. It's good stuff. Wait a second. Wait, JB. JB, what do you mean JB? JB. Who do you mean? Thinking a couple JBs. JB. All sides. Oh my god, JB. Wait, is band from Smalls? Oh, Small. I was gonna say, I need to go to Smalls. Are you talking in New York? I watched the live stream, and I would love to go there just to see, just to see someone cool. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Sorry, Scott. It took me a minute. Like, oh, wait, what? Yeah, right. I'm like James Brown. Thinking Jeff Beck, but I'm like, well, Jeff's sadly gone now. So I'm like, sorry, just way over my head. Oh, I'm thinking too much, right? Yeah, you do, bass player. Bass player watches. It's a good man. I love it. Sometimes you're like, oh my god, that's like, there's some really good players there. Sometimes there's always good players there, but sometimes I'm like, oh snap, that's a man. Look got like a good seat. How are you doing? Oh, we're slowing down today and playing Dead Armed. I lowered some things. Just everything's different. It's all different. Bass player, you've been watching me do this for a while now. I've come to a cool notice, or I'm noticing. I'm not like doing weird things with my ride. I can play the ride and just drop it here. That feels cool. 'Cause I've been trying to be like, what am I doing? Oh, like my hands doing like ting, da-ting, da-ting, doing these weird things. I still do that from time to time when I'm feeling it, but if I need to just simmer here, I can do that. It feels really cool. I know. It's like a little thing, but that's a big thing. Yeah. I'm gonna do alternating singles, so like we'll start with like triplet. So starting with the kick, and then we'll just do starting with the snare. But I'm gonna pick certain snares to do accents, so it might be like ba so I haven't done this. I've never done this exercise this way, and I'm really gonna try to keep the theme of playing really heavy quarter notes on the ride. Jazz pattern, you can do anything you desire with the left, the triple, the 16th notes. Yeah, that's hopefully Scotty. Yeah, that's what I mean. You'll hear like next is taking it. Just these are eighth note triplets, so it's like going, triplet, 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 right? Or starting with the snare, and then later on we'll do doubles. So you can, start mashing them around and coming up while keeping this going. And it's kind of like when you're learning like rock grooves, right? You start off with just basic grooves, but then you start going like, oh, I could do all kinds of stuff down here. Keep this steady. And you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. I got control of my foot. And then you start having a conversation between the two. While keeping this going. It's just like in 16th notes, it's pretty easy to hear, just ding, 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 ding. The jazz ride pattern's a little weirder, right? And it's triplets. But I want to be able to feel this stuff like I do rock beats. Like if I hear something, I can just play it. Or if I hear it in my head, I can just do it. Right now I go, there's these little like bottlenecks of like independence where we just gotta widen it up, you know? We gotta throw in a 4090 Ti, you know what I'm saying? Get that M2 cooking so there's no information bottlenecks. Stiggs, what's up? What book are you working with this summer? Well, I mean, I kind of wrote, like, these are just kind of basic eighth note triplet things, but started today with Art of Bop drumming. Look at John, he's such a stud. We started with that today. This is what I'm doing now. It's kind of like, I took that and just kind of like blew it up to like my own thing. So we're taking, just eighth note triplets, snare kicks, changing the rides, accents and snare accents, but not really touching the kick or hi-hat today. But it's cool, right? It's just like a little thing that's not super nuts, but just accenting that one snare, you know, it's hard. It's really weird. I like it though. I like it. Wait a second. From Mansfield? Adam? For real? Maybe. My kids are above me. I don't know what they're doing. I want to know. God, they're so loud. Oh! They're so loud. They have this, so the Legos are up there, the Nerf guns. God. But there's like a Lego table up there, and when they were making, like, they have like these big wars. It's kind of cute. So they have like, you know, the stud table. So like one side was like Star Wars, the other side was like ninjas. I don't know. So there's probably a big war going on. Oh. Stuff's vibrating. I'm scared. I really like that. I like how this feels, and I like this tuning. I like it. It's all good. Today's a good day. Hose, hello. Am I saying that right? Hose past nisht. Hi. I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, Stiggs. There's two mics. There's the overhead, the R88, and then there's a mic in front that's doing front, like kick drum, front kick, and the room. So it's a figure of 8. Megalomaniac. Oh. You're gonna get me in trouble. Oh my God, I haven't heard that so long. Right? sad little world. I don't know. I know that song. Sick, sad little world. The drummer, Jose, man. Jose's so good. If I play it, YouTube's going to be like, what? What the heck? Hold on. Sick, sad little world. I know who it's by. I love Incubus. I'm like their biggest fan. Although I can't remember how it goes. Sick, sad little world. Sick, sad children. I'm trying to hear it with my ears in. I'm an idiot. I'm going to mute everything so I don't get yelled at, okay? Sorry. Mute and mute. Something like that. Something like that, right? No, I'm singing the other song. Hey. Crow Left the Murder is such a good record. Okay, hold on. Being bad. It's bad, not good. Anyone know that band? Maybe we'll do an Incubus day. But yeah, Stigs. It's an R88. And then the kick mic, it's a figure of 8, so it picks up this. I'll solo that. That was Incubus. I didn't play it because I don't want to get yelled at. I can do it. I don't want to play it. But Scotty, Incubus. And there's a song called Megalomaniac and then Six Sad Little World. It's off of an album called A Crow Left the Murder, I think. No, that's not Crow Left the Murder. That's, it is. Six Sad, yeah. A Crow Left the Murder. Paul, thank you. Yeah, it's a Sonar Vintage series. I don't know if this will work. I changed the camera angle, probably. Oh, look at that. It lines up. It's like I knew what I was doing today. Bad, Not Good. Yeah, that band's really good. Really good. But it's a great kit. I have it tuned up pretty high, and it's wide open. But yeah, and the cymbals we're using today are these fine sizzlers. And we're working on jazz today. We're jazzing it up, as the cool kids say, the hip kids, right? Here we go. So, if you take what we were doing, take the triplet, right? If you start off with like triplet, triplet, so foot, snare, foot, snare, foot, snare. If you start with the foot, you're going to end with the hand if you do two triplets in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you play these as eighth note triplets, beats 2 and 4 are going to have a snare. So you're going to have that pop. Triplet, 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 bop, tap, tap, bop, 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 right? It's kind of cool. I think it's cool. Twice sure my Zildjians don't come close. Yeah, Scotty, this is a great cymbal. I would suggest checking out the Foundry Reserve stuff. Is very good. There's two different rides. There's a light ride and just a ride. So you want this is a Foundry Reserve just 22-inch ride. That's it. It's not a light ride. It's not a whatever. Just 22-inch Foundry Reserve ride cymbal. And then the grams, it's 2640. So a great cymbal. But I would check out too, Istanbul Agop has some really nice cymbals that I think are just a little bit better than the Zildjian stuff. A lot better. But I don't know. I would take, if you live by like a music store that has them, Scotty, take your sticks that you play with, your normal drumsticks, go down to the drum shop, and with your sticks, try if they should have one there. If they're a vinyl dealer, I would do that, because I've heard this same cymbal from other people. It sounds different. Paiste is the only company where they're consistently the same. That'd be another one to check out, the Paiste Masters stuff. Ooh, they're really nice. New York City. Yeah, so, oh yeah, you got a couple there. Have you ever gone to Maxwell's, Scotty? I really want to go there. They've got a drum set at Maxwell's. Well, it's a different name now.
Are you ready for it?
Muscle's here! Big brat. Hot. Oh, dude, 10. Oh, man. Muscle. Hi. That's so nice. Oh, Gorman got one. Let's go. And Rosen. It's good peoples. And Nublish and Flutter. Dude, Muscle. Hi. Did you get my text last night? Straight up. Straight up. Muscle texted me. He's like, what's up? And I was like, I was just taking a nap. And now I'm going from the couch nap to the bed nap. I fell asleep on the couch. Yeah. One of the boys was home today sick, even though he wasn't sick. I swear. Last night he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw up." So we were like, "All right, here's barf buckets. We put blankets all over the floor so he didn't puke all over the place. And then I was like, all right, you can stay home tomorrow. Because, he's like, my throat hurts. And he's barfing. He didn't barf, but he said he was going to. And then so I'm like, all right. Today, he's like chilling. He's fine. But last night, we were all on like high alert for barf. Yelling at kids. Respect, man. Respect. You yell at them kids. Did you get my text about like hopefully you got some peace and quiet? Hopefully, like a little bit, maybe. But yeah, I hope you're good, man. On 48th Street used to be crazy with like 7 music. Yeah. So Steve used to own that. That was his New York store. And the person who was running it, because Steve went to Chicago, right? Whoever was running it bought it from Steve. But I still think Steve has some kind of association with it. But whoever was like the manager there forever took over. And it's called something else now, but everyone still calls it Maxwell's. But next time I'm in New York, I'm going there. I should do that. Just go to Smalls one day. Go to the drum shops. There's a Cadillac Green USA Custom there that's used. So we'll see. I don't know. It's got a mount that I'm not too wild about though. Yeah, Steve's. Do you follow his YouTube, Scotty? I watch Steve every night. I'm always like, I'll come up and the kids will be in bed. And I'm like, all right, honey, let's see what Steve's got for us tonight. And he always starts his videos. Oh boy, I got a good one for you today. And I'm like, oh honey, it's a good one. She's like, oh my god. Oh. Add a point to the kids' side of the. Muscle, you should just forfeit. You're getting to that age where you're like, we both are, right? We're our kids' age, I mean. Like, we're going to lose, man. We're going to lose. We're going to lose a lot. Everyone, big hearts for Muscle. Seriously, man, thank you. That's so nice. So nice. I feel like, speaking of, we were talking about grandfathers earlier. My grandpa used to say this, and I'm quoting him word for word. He said, I used to have authority, right? He's like, I used to have authority. And then once I got married and them kids took all the authority. Mega, what with the 5? It ain't much, but it's honest work. Oh my gosh. That's huge. Thank you. Wow. Hold on. I'm going to cheers you. I have a coffee break. That's so nice. Wow. Honestly, thank you so much. You like jazz? I do like the jazz. I do. I'm trying to learn it. It's hard, but we're getting there. Seriously, thank you. Cheers. First time I was gonna say you I'm sure you've been busy, dude, but do you like it? Got the new. I spent all day yesterday. I could tell you what I did. Yeah, well, we have like the new LUTs, new kind of angles. Heading off to work. Oh man, honestly, thank you. You'll have to stop by again, like for real, so I can just thank you a million times. That's so nice. I hope you don't have a busy day at work. I hope you can just like chill at work, you know. But what I did today is I brought the seat up. This is like Muscle. This is probably the stuff you do as well, right? Like when you're learning or just working on new stuff. I sat down at the kit yesterday, and I was like, I hate everything. Basically, table flipped my drum set. And I just sat here, and I played the kick drum, and the snare, and the ride, and the hi-hat. I changed stands, like the actual physical stands. So we got some different stands in here. I changed the tunings of the kit. I brought the toms and the kick drum up a half step. I brought the snare down a half step. So it might not seem crazy, but I changed the beater. So I went from the denim beater, so we have the Dragonfly percussion, the felt beater. But I brought my seat up a little bit, right? Rose, you're supposed to be sleeping. You're supposed to be asleep, right? Weren't you going to go to sleep? I was excited when you got one. But the snare was like up here. I brought it down. I brought this down, and I turned it so it's a little angled a little bit this way. I brought my hi-hat up, and these are similar. I actually changed, I don't know how much you can tell, but I used to sit over here, right? And I used to sit like perfectly straight. Now I'm trying a little bit of a very good drummer friend of mine was like, dude, just try playing your foot lined up this way. I was like, and he's like, just try it. And I did yesterday. And I don't want to say they were right, but you were close to right. I don't know. Feels good. So I brought my. I mean, this is all like little things, but it's so big. I'm sitting back further, so I'm playing parallel, trying to. So my hi-hat went from up here to over here, like just a bunch of like. It feels like a whole new drum set. Am I nuts? Yeah, but it's feeling good. So today we're taking a review day just to kind of get used to, like, it's a lot to change. So there's a lot of difference, differences is happening right now. So it's all, I just feel like, but also, it makes no sense. But yeah, muscle. Bagel, this is so nice. You guys are for real, just the best people. Hope you know that. What else did I do? I put, the hanky. It's a little bit like barely propped up against the head. Like that's there's not much new, but it's also like so much new, So yeah, back to again, if we're playing triple it, right? When we accent that second snare, pop, it's right on 2 and 4. So you get like a cool groove, Muscle, have you mastered the bass drum yet? I bet you have. I bet you. Yeah, I moved the camera from up there over here. I was tired of it just like right on my face. I was like, no one wants to see my face, like they want to see the drums. At least the people that I want to watch the stream would be like, dude, bro, I don't want to see your face. Let's see the drums. If someone comes in and they're like, I liked when the camera was on your face, they're creepy, they're weirdos. Cheers. Here's to the crazy ones, right, Steve? Steve Jobs up in heaven. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Steve's in heaven. He was kind of a jerk. We'll see, right? Destroyed my back early last week. What? The great thing is I have no idea. That's not good, man. I wonder if I don't know if like we talked about like backs before, but when I blew out mine, my back never hurt. It was like everything else hurt, like my leg and with all the numb things. Does anything else hurt on you, like arms, legs, weird numb stuff? Because you could have did it a while ago, and it was like 4 to 5 months after I blew my back out that my back actually physically was like, right? Like you can't, I couldn't put socks on. Like it was weird. It was the weirdest thing. So back pain is just so weird. It's the weirdest thing. So I'm curious if like, maybe you did it like a month ago or not recently. Not going down my leg yet, just my lower back. Well, that's good though. At least like your sciatic stuff is all right. I'm sorry, man. Are you sleeping okay? Because that's the thing that sucks with pain. It's like just getting comfortable sleeping. The worst. So are you at meetings now? You're just like, do you ever see? Sorry, I'm trying to cheer you up. But do you ever see that Ron Swanson episode of Parks and Rec when he has a hernia? He's in his chair and he's like, they're like, go to the doctor. He's like, no. He's like not moving. He's like, they bring him a burger and he's like, ugh. If you haven't seen it, I'll find a clip of it and send it to you. It's kind of funny. If I sleep on the floor, dude, ugh. That's not good. Can you go to a pool and just like let the like dangle just to like separate some vertebrae? That helps a little bit. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, grab a bottle of Lagavulin, man. As long as I don't move my head or my torso, I got this. It's such a good episode. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. He just like throws the burger in his face and he's like, ugh. Oh, man. I like Ron. He's good people. All right. I'm sorry, man. I don't like that. It's not good. Yeah, getting old blows. But it's also fun, but it also sucks. You know? Whoever's making the nice things on YouTube, thank you. It's very nice. I like that. That's so cool. It's good. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. Now let's start with the snares. So we've been starting with the kick drum, right? Like 1 ta ta, 2 ta ta, right? So if you start with a kick, right? Triplet, triplet, you're gonna end on a snare if you do 2 in a row. If you start with the snare, it's the opposite. Triplet, triplet. So we're gonna start with the snare now. We'll start with that first accent on 1 and 3. On feel like an eye doctor. Does it sound better at 1 or 3? 1 or 3. 1. I wonder if they practice that at eye doctor school. I have an uncle that's a eye surgeon. I should ask him. He was like an eye doctor in the army. And I can't hear. I can't picture him being like, does it look better at 1 or 2? 1 or 2? And I was always like, wait, am I supposed to say 1? You're saying that like or I'm like, well, it's a little deceiving. They should be like 1 or 2. Sound the same. He was in the army. He's probably like 1. He probably didn't even ask. He's like, here's your glasses. Get out of my face. He's pretty intense. But he does the eye zappy lasers now. It's kind of cool. I should get that. But I remember talking to him like 20 years ago. I'm like, should I get LASIK? He's like, no. I was like, well, don't you do LASIK? He was like, yes. I was like, so I shouldn't get it? He's like, absolutely not. Wait. Because, like, it was so new. They're like, we don't know if, like, what happens in 50 years. You know, we're, like, melting people's eyes out. And we're like, yeah, this should be cool. This is cool. He's like, I'm shooting, like, a laser at your eye. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So, I never got it. But he still does it. I think he's like, yeah, it's okay. It's okay now. So maybe I should call him up. But I don't know. Just the thought of like a Death Star laser into my eyeball. Sorry. Fires a laser. All I hear is like Austin Powers. Like Spaceballs, you know. Oh, no, I'm all right. Get the fan. Woo. Mike, what's up, dude? Hi. I hope you're well. Happy Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Mike, did anyone give you a box of chocolates? I got chocolate today for Valentine's Day. My kids came home from school and they had Valentine's Day parties, and my middle boy was like, "Here, Dad, here's a Reese's, because you love Reese's." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, man." And my other son gave me silly putty that he got for Valentine's Day, a little bucket of silly putty. And I was like, "Don't you got any Reese's?" Kidding, I didn't say that. I was like, "Oh, thanks, dude. They're good boys. They're good boys." Those are tricky. I like them though. I like it. All right, doubles. So we'll start with kicks first. So do kick, snare, snare. Takes a full bar. Do da da do da da do da da. Right. If you start with 2 kicks, you'll end with 2 snares at the end. How do I want to do this? We'll start by doing I guess we'll just do like accents on the first note of the doubles of the snares, and then the second. So we'll shift the accents around. to Elvin Presley. Elvin, man, he's freaking nuts. I love it though, Gorman. I hope you're well. Hello, hello, hello. Slowing down today, doing some new stuff, right? Oh, I didn't even hit the button. I don't know, Gorman, when you'll hear me play a bebop song. I don't know. The thing right now, I want to say like I'm not even like thinking about playing along to jazz or bebop or anything. And it's not like because I'm learning this. It's like the mechanics of it and the independence dynamically and note wise. That's what I'm really focused on right now. Like I think if my goal was to like join a jazz band or be in a band or jam jazz, like yeah, I'd be learning tunes like crazy and all that. I don't want to be in a band. I know it sounds weird, but like I'm not like doing this to like get a jazz gig. I know it's definitely going to influence a lot of stuff, but right now, I don't know. I think I'd want it to be more like a drumless thing because I feel whenever I try to play along to jazz tracks or whatever, and it's great, but I do it more for like the feel, and I just feel like it's two drummers talking over each other, you know, because it's so wild and cool. So I'm not at that point yet where I'm like I want to jam to music. Because I'm just not confident yet with where I know I could be. So once I get a little more under my belt, I guess, with the basics of it, then we'll go into like I'll find some good drumless tracks or I'll make like some bass line things or something. But I'm listening to a lot of it, listening to a lot of jazz, 100%. You know. Yeah, I know I could play along to stuff. I'm not worried about that. But it's more like I feel like it would just be like playing along to any other music, you know. Not distracting, but right now I feel like I get more out of music right now. Like listening and counting and trying to figure out the charts and like the phrasings. Without playing, you know, I feel like if I was playing, I'd be like, you know, it'd just be like, right now. You know, if there were like real people in the room, oh my god, that'd be like amazing. But playing with a track right now is just so like I don't get a lot out of it. At least I don't think so right now. Soon though. I've been on the search for. I've got a playlist of like drumless jazz stuff. And I've downloaded like Peter Erskine's app, where there's a lot of really cool play-alongs and stuff. But again, I don't know. It's not my kind of jazz. If that makes any sense. Like I hear it and I'm like, oh man, this song like sucks. You know, not that it sucks, but it's just like, ugh, it's like depressing. So, again, like I always tell people, like I don't want to be a jazz drummer, but the principles behind the drumming and the technical and all that stuff, I want to take that and take that over to my own way of playing, you know? So we'll be doing some jazz, we'll be doing some tracks, but right now I'm not really doing it for that, you know? If that makes any sense. Who knows? Maybe it'll change. But I am listening to a lot of triplet subdivision based songs. So a lot of like jazz and a lot of blues, a lot of like not like second line stuff, but a lot of stuff from like New Orleans, you know. It could be, yeah. That's what I mean, Gorman. Who knows? If you were to tell me like 10 years ago, I'd be like deep diving into jazz. I'd be like, you are crazy. So yeah, who knows where it'll lead? But right now I'm not doing it to be like, to try to like get in a trio or something. That's not why I'm doing it right now. It's more for just like the curiosity of it, you know, and you know, the independency stuff and just really bringing out the flaws of my current playing, you know. Yeah, Stanton, man. He's dirty. He's a dirty dude. I always say this. Like, Stanton Moore looks like the kid from that You Had Me at Hello movie with Tom Cruise. What's that movie called? I don't even remember. Like, her son, that little boy in that movie. I swear to God. Every time I see Stanton talk, I'm like, it's that kid from the movie. It looks like that little kid all grown up is Stanton Moore. I swear. Watch that movie again and then watch a video of Stanton talking about like funk drumming and you'll be like, oh my God. Jerry Maguire. Yeah. Like, I can't like unsee it. Every time I see Stanton like talking, I'm like, oh my God, that's that kid. You know? Seriously. It's like uncanny. Right? It's the call. Yeah, it's a good movie. Not Reese Witherspoon. She was in a lot of movies. Oh man, what was her name? She was a good actress. Oh my God, it's so 90s. I don't know. I can't think. Google. Hey, Google. Renee Zellweger, that's it. Yes, that's it. Yeah, she's not in movies anymore, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe she is. But, all right. Next, we're shifting the kick drum. Here we go. There it is. So we're moving it this way, right? So now it's going to go kick, snare, snare, kick, right? Do da da, do da da. Okay. Finger high, really hard, man. Really hard. They're different though. Like we haven't done these in a while. Like a couple weeks. I'm trying today. Finger, I hope you're well, by the way. It's great to see you. That's a great question though, man. Like I've been playing like kind of up and kinked, you know? And I lowered some stuff. So I'm playing like really dead armed today and just trying to like play from the wrists and relaxed like up here. It's really hard. I got to catch myself like just bringing one shoulder up or like leaning, or it's very hard. And it's not I was telling people earlier, it's not the exercise that's hard. It's that like awareness of like, all right, am I relaxed? What am I really doing? That's the hard part of all this, not the playing. Learn new things on guitar. Yeah, I'm slowing it down pretty hardcore today. Like someone's probably watching, being like, "This is so boring." But it's like, right? If you're trying to play something fast, like if you can't play it slow, you're not gonna play it fast. Like that's so. If it's something new, like slow down, and if it takes years, let it take years. But yeah, so like if I'm relaxed and I'm playing it correctly, I can really focus on. I can hear myself playing the accents where before I was just praying to God. Like, oh my God, I hope I'm accenting quarter notes. But today I can actually I can focus on hearing the quarter notes, and I know that this is playing what it's supposed to, which is, that's like big brain. It's not like a huge leap, and I can do it slow. When I play it fast, it all falls apart. But it's that little difference between, yes, I could play it before fast and it was sloppy and this I wasn't really in control. Now I'm playing it slow, relaxed, and I can actually manipulate it a little bit and be aware of what everything's doing. It feels really cool, but it's still hard. I catch myself probably every 10 seconds being like, adjusting something. Bass player, thank you. Thank you. It's that plug-in I got, right? Get Good Drums. Shout out to Nolly. Small gains, yeah. No, I just put the plug-in on. It makes me sound better. I'm kidding. But Finger, I hope you're well. It's really good to see you. Yeah, we're getting there, right? We're getting there. So let's shift it over to the two snares, right? Oh, thank you, Finger. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't change any lighting. I just moved that front camera. I just brought it over here, and I'm using a 12 millimeter lens. Because I was like, people don't want to see my face. Like, they don't want to see me. They want to see the drums. I would want to see the drums. I'd be like, oh my God, this guy and his weird collar, love that emote, Shocker.
Louise is the best.
So good. It's made out of human flesh. It's crazy. 2 years. Shocker, thank you. You're good people. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. If you haven't heard me say that yet. Happy hearts and things. I hope you got shot in the butt with an arrow. It's the only time, you know. I wonder if the dude from Skyrim's like, shot and took an arrow to his butt on Valentine's Day. Never know. Never know. Blackberry. Oh, it's so nice. I gotta get that like hump though, right? That hunch, that buddy hunch. Be like, ah. With a little her, yeah. Dude, yeah, I changed a bunch of stuff, Blackberry. Hi, happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I gotta start like swearing at people, you know, smoking. Right? Rock and roll sucks. Actually, yeah, I'm there, I guess. Someone's like, oh man, Dan, you're already like that. What are you talking about? Big grump, right? Cheers. Ting. Ah. Yeah, we're going to be chilling tonight. Nice and easy Valentine's Day, right? Cozy. Is it 8 o'clock already? No freaking way. Holy crap. We did like nothing today, but we did so much. Wow. 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 Holy crap. No way. Wow. I hate to go, but it is Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 o'clock. Way. Yeah, it's nuts. Holy crap, that's fun. I love when that happens. When you look at a clock and you're like, oh my God, it's Tuesday. Last time I looked, it was Sunday. What's going on? You know? But that's a good practice. I was focused. That's good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel really good about all that today. Even though it's slow and steady, but man, that felt good. So happy Valentine's Day. I'm gonna go up. Kids should be in bed. And just have a cozy couch Valentine's Day date with Mrs. Drumstone. That's the best kind of dates, guys. It's not the fancy dinners. It's not the Escalades in the driveway. I mean, that'd be cool, but it's more like, do you want to watch YouTube? And have ice cream, right? Right, Blackberry, we were talking about that. Okay, really quick, because before I want to tell Blackberry. So yesterday, I didn't stream yesterday, but I was down here all day. I tuned the toms up a half step.
Nice
Oh,
to
finger!
have a friend.
You big, nice. That's so nice. I tuned these three up half a step. This down, half a step. But let me tell you what I did. Okay, we'll start with the overhead. So I shifted my chair. I was like over here. You know, I was looking perfectly ahead, right? So I was kind of playing the kick drum like this, right? So I squared up because a friend of mine was like, what are you doing, you idiot? And this isn't like, you're not playing a metal show anymore. You know, he was like, get good, nerd. So I was like, all right, fine. So I was like, I didn't want to do it, but I like it. It feels really nice. So in doing that, I brought my hi-hat from here over to here. So it's like, and my cymbal from being back here to up here and over here. So these went, this kind of, which allowed me to bring this in a little closer. I then changed beaters, so I have a little fluffier beater, not super fluffy, but, and then I raised the seat up a little bit, like a little bit. The snare went down a little bit. This tom went down a little bit. Angled it this way a little, like so. It's not like this way. It's more like this way, right? So to complement, you know, if I bring these up, they're about the same distance between here and there, which is allowing me to fully drop my arms, so they're very relaxed, like dead weight. In the ride, I was telling bass player earlier, I'm not dipping my hand. I still do it for, like you said, like nuance or just like feel. But if I need to lock this in there, I can just keep it here and not even move it, which before was a big issue. So, yeah, I'm getting there. There's a lot still to do, but it was a big. This all feels new. I know it doesn't. Someone's probably watching and be like, "Dude, it looks the same. What's he talking about?" But there's a lot of differences here. I raised my hi-hat up. Well, I feel like I did like way more things. I just can't remember how much you changed your positioning. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, I was approaching it BlackBerry like I was like playing a rock show. A little taller and straighter. Yeah. I got my grandma back here. It's like whacking me with a hammer. Oh, I have a hammer, not a hammer. Jeez, a ruler. Oh, grandma, not the hammer. Let's go comment and ask you how the right hand was. How was affecting your read? Yeah. Well, it's so much different now. You know, it's baby steps, but we're getting there. So I slowed stuff down today. I wanted to really get a sense of, all right, this is my new car. You know, where are the headlights? Beep. Where's the, where's the, how do I turn the air conditioning on, you know? Yeah, BlackBerry, yeah. It's amazing how all those seeming little adjustments have made big improvements. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But that's what I mean. It's like I'm from a different world of drumming. So it's different. It's very different. But I'm really digging it. And you want to know something weird? You know what I did yesterday? I put on when people are trying to figure out like what my drums sound like, right? I know a lot of times people will say like, I don't know what I want my snare to sound like, or like, I want it to sound like this or that or whatever. Hold on. What I did yesterday was I came down here and I have this app. I was trying to play it. I don't know. I do my best thinking, or I can hear things when there's white noise. I know this sounds nuts, but like in the shower, or I have a fan at night, I hear all these like chords and sounds, and I got all these things going on in my head at night when there's white noise, right? Or brown noise. I like it's this app. I don't know what it's called. But I came down here yesterday and I just cranked brown noise. And I didn't put any songs in my head, and I was in here with this. You kind of think I'm crazy. But I pretended to hit the snare, and in my head, I heard what I thought I should be hearing, right? And I'm hearing brown noise, but in my head, I heard a pitch. I heard a note. I heard a sound. And I heard it, and I kind of sang it. And then I hit the snare, and I was like, oh, whoa, that is not what's in my head. Not to a song, not to anything, but I was just like, all right, if I was hit the snare, I want it to go like, blah, blah. But it was like, it was way higher. And I was like, it's weird. And then same thing with toms. I was like, I want it to be like, doom, doom, doom. It's a little lower. But it was lower yesterday, too, when I raised it up. But I did that, like, just put brown noise on, just like I was hearing things in my head, and I would hit it, and I'm like, okay, wow, it's a lot lower than what I think it should sound like. So I went through the whole kit like that, and then I double-checked it, and just, again, I didn't have a song in my head, I didn't have any kind of thing, but I was just like, oh, I think this is what I hear when I'm playing these exercises or when I'm jamming. Like, that's the snare sound that I'm kind of wanting to hear, but maybe I'm not hearing it, right? It's like playing a a guitar that's just like you're hearing a Les Paul, but you're playing a Fender, you know, and you're just like, or a Strat, and you're just like, ah. So the tone and like the pitch. So this felt a little more like home today, which was cool. I'm sure I'll be adjusting it and stuff, but that was very helpful yesterday, because it's like, it's easy to go like, oh, I love that snare, I want to try to get that snare sound, or you have a song in your head and you're just hearing like a thing, and that sways you, and maybe what you really are hearing or want to hear is completely different. Use a little less knee motion, meaning that the leg is more actively engaged. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. No, my everything felt really good today. No, like I could actually play with no tension, and everything was, I mean, we didn't get into like crazy tom exercises or anything like that, but just grooves, basic, just stuff felt really nice, and just popping like a rim shot with traditional grip just felt really nice. So we're getting there. But yeah, get out the brown noise app or white noise or pink noise or whatever. But happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, I have that young man coming over. We're going to do a drum lesson. Good dude. So Friday, I probably won't be streaming Friday night. Maybe during the day. And then Saturday, Sunday, all that stuff. I said connecting to chat. Did we just like dip out? It was weird. Best doesn't match as closely to the natural free. Really? Pink noise. Interesting. Hold on. So if I'm in a hotel, I always sleep with brown noise. That's pink noise. Natural frequency by. Interesting. I didn't do it with my iPhone speaker, don't worry. It's like half of the frequencies are probably missing. Interesting. Yeah, I might have to do that tomorrow. But yeah, BlackBerry. Thank you again. I really appreciate you following along and watching. All you guys, like bass player. If you've been with this journey so far, it means more to me than you know, for real. It's like you're reading my journal, you know? But helping me along the way. So I really do appreciate it. And yeah, cheers. Have an amazing night. Get some ice cream. Treat yourself. If you don't have a Valentine, like, you're probably happier than most people with a Valentine. Not me. I'm very lucky, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. You have those friends where you're like, oh, man. Austin, you too. Finger, all you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. Sleep good. I'll see you tomorrow.